Episode 28 of the Clinical Dose. Here with John today. Joe's out for this one and Caleb was in the last one as well. So Caleb's out as well. I'm back.
I'm in. Yeah, I'm in.
You're in. First episode ever on the MassiveJoes YouTube channel.
Virgin to this stuff, I reckon.
You are.
Yeah, absolutely.
So first question. How often do you salt your meals and how much? From Tyler McCommon 21 from Instagram Q&A. What do you think?
I don't really track any of my salt intake, to be honest, but
Yeah.
I just go to taste and that's pretty much it, so I don't really have an issue. But
I'm pretty much the same. I mean, I add salt to most of my meals. It is pink Himalayan sea salt, which I'm pretty sure has less sodium than normal salt. But I just salt all of my meals pretty much. I don't track it. There's no, apart from like oats and sweeter meals and stuff like that, I don't track it or anything like that. Yeah, I don't think it really matters too much. I don't think you're probably going to overdo it if you do have a clean, healthy, balanced diet.
yeah,
So,
I pretty much agree with that one,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Next question. What's your opinion on TRT, so testosterone replacement therapy, for someone who has low natural test levels? And this one's from starps.uk from Instagram Q&A. What do you think, John?
First thing, I reckon definitely go to your doctor, get some bloods done, see where you're at with just everything, and then, have that as a baseline, and then you can go to things like trying natural test boosts to see if that sort of can spike your levels up a little bit more. Get some second opinions from other doctors, because obviously all doctors are different, so you're going to get different results, in terms of their recommendations. And then you could also, obviously if you can get prescribed TRT, then definitely give it a shot if it's, advised by your doctor.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the regulations are like in the UK. In Australia, it is very hard to get prescribed TRT. And unless you are over a certain age, they really don't recommend it at all. But if you can get it and you've tried your other options, there's no harm in it essentially, because as a male or anyone, low testosterone levels really do affect you day to day in functioning, training, everything that you do. And so you really want to get that to a level where you feel good and you can perform optimally. So if TRT gives you that option, then yeah, I would say go for it.
Yeah, and like Vince said, definitely in Australia, I've sort of known of a handful of people who've actually been able to get on it. But especially in the US, I know it seems fairly simple to be able to be prescribed.
Easier.
But I guess the main thing is go to your doctor, get your bloods done, see where you're at, and then you can try the natural ways, or you can obviously just if you can get prescribed it, go for it.
Yeah, I agree. Next question. So I'm currently recruiting new staff. What's the biggest mistake or lesson you've learned? From Spencer75 UK from Instagram Q&A. So you've hired you're obviously in the warehouse.
Yep.
You've hired
Absolutely.
some staff out there. What are your biggest mistakes or lessons?
I think there's so many different aspects to it, but a couple things that you could sort of work from at least is when during the interviews, I think always having a second person there is really, really important to be able to almost catch things that you don't catch, if that makes sense.
Definitely, yeah.
And then asking the questions, say if you've got a sheet of questions that the interviewee answers, ask some questions that aren't on there, so then you can almost catch them out on seeing how well they can react to just answering any question rather than something they've prepared for. And I guess just hiring a person who aligns with your business goals. And I guess your goals as where you want to see everything travel, and as long as they're going to help progress and continue building the company and helping you grow, then I think that's pretty much the main things to look for. But you might have some different ones that you can share. So
yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you've said. I think probably one of the biggest ones. I mean, I tend to sit in with Leah for some of the retail hiring processes. And I think some of the biggest ones is hiring people because you need to hire someone. So you might need extra staff and you really need to hire someone right then. And you do it, but in the long term, it ends up causing you more, you have to waste more of your time. You probably shouldn't have hired that person. You should have just waited for someone.
the quality
To come along as someone who fits in with your company vision, company goal. Because really they're going to take more time away from you, create more mistakes, bring morale down of the rest of your staff. And I think that's probably one of the biggest kind of mistakes you can make, is hiring someone just because you need someone then and there. I think you're much better off waiting and getting the person who really fits in with your company and your goal and that job.
So I guess a way to do that would be, extending the interviewing period in terms of, instead of having a cutoff, you could open it up again if you don't find the right person, instead of, like you said, just hiring someone to pretty much cause problems down the track.
Exactly, yeah. Cool, next question. If chest and shoulders are my weak points, is doing them twice a week together optimal? From Logan_Bounty18 from Instagram Q&A. What are your thoughts, John?
Well, I think like a lot of things in, anything to do with bodybuilding or, building up weak points is focusing on them, obviously more than once a week. Together, I'd probably steer away from. I'd probably go for more, like separating them. So you're doing them on days with maybe another muscle group rather than, obviously chest and shoulders are, going to be involved in a lot of pushing movements anyway. So if, you're setting them apart so, you have enough rest between so you can push both muscle groups harder. And then even if you do it, like 2 days separate and then 1 day together, sort of like a separated one and then just a push day, I guess, to focus on your bigger movements, then I think that's probably what's going to help build the most amount of muscle.
Yeah, I wouldn't do them together, mainly for 2 reasons. So really chest and shoulders. Shoulders are activated a lot during your chest workout, which is going to take away some of that activation of your upper chest, which is really, so when you're training chest, you want to be activating that and just your chest and trying to take your shoulders out of the movements. So I would be splitting up the 2 days to really try and activate just your chest and then to get the most activation through your shoulders. And then personally, I would probably try and train each of them twice a week. So I would probably do a chest session, I'll do a shoulder session, and then I would probably add in like a push session where you are hitting them both. Kind of like what you said there. So that's what I would be doing, but I wouldn't be training them twice a week together. If you have 2 sessions there, I'll be splitting them up and doing chest and I'll be doing shoulders separately. You're going to be able to get more volume through it, get more activation of that specific muscle group, and in turn probably get better growth. So last question. When is the best time to take a natural testosterone booster if it is a single serve per day? From John Riggs from YouTube. This one?
Yeah, so I think from majority of them at least, it's usually in the morning or just before you work out, I believe. Yeah,
so most of them are stated kind of either first thing in the morning with your first meal or pre-workout. And personally, I mean, if you go by the recommendations on the test booster, you're going to be pretty safe. One thing I would personally say is making sure that you're having it every single day at the same time consistently. So personally for that, I don't have them pre-workout because I don't train every day. So I'll train 5-6 days a week, and then on my non-training day, I may potentially forget to have them. So I'll have them with my first meal because I'm not skipping breakfast.
Exactly right. So you're doing it every single day, and I think that carries over to everything in life, and especially in training. Consistency is key. If you keep consistent, you get the best results. So like you said, if you're missing it, you're not getting the best results from it. Absolutely.
Consistency over time, really.
Absolutely.
And I mean, really, and that's with all your subs, your creatine, test boosters, everything that you're taking, you want to be consistent with it to get the best growth and get kind of the best usage out of those supplements.
Otherwise, in a way, you're just sacrificing your money for things that aren't going to have their full potential to work because the consistency isn't there.
Yeah, one of the things, like I get a lot of people who come in and shop and they'll buy a test booster, they'll take it maybe like 5 days a week, they'll forget to take it 2, or then they'll take it whenever they can remember. Then they'll come in and be like, I didn't feel anything from that test booster. It's like, well, were you consistent with it? Like a month's of a test booster somehow lasted you 2 months. It's like, it's not a pre-workout where you have it on days where you're training. You need to be consistent with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's it.
Cool.
5 questions.
Easy.
Anything else you want to add?
No, I reckon that's it.
If you have a question for the next episode of The Clinical Dose, chuck it in the comments below on this video. That's where I'll pick them out first. And then I'll go to things like the Facebook, Team MassiveJoes Facebook page, Instagram Q&A and stuff like that. But if you have a question, chuck it below and I'll get it into the next episode. Other than that, subscribe to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the latest episodes of The Clinical Dose. Yeah, that's it. Until next time, John, where are we coming to and from?
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay massive.
Thank you for tuning into this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.